Moving on to winners final. Sorry, it's a bit funny. There we go. I'll just mute it. Yep, that is. So winners finals, we got Zone against SKiPS. SKiPS is no doubt gonna go Banjo. When it was selecting Battlefield, SKiPS just went, ugh, fine. Sounds like someone is not a fan of Battlefield. Could do. Oh. Zone is actually going Pokemon Trainer because SKiPS is going Banjo. This looks exciting. Well, SKiPS seems to have a decent understanding of how to play Banjo's neutral. He's doing the right things in terms of zoning out. From what I saw in his match against Crispy, fairly good job zoning him out and also adding a lot of pressure to his recoveries by ledge. Zone going Pokemon Trainer is quite decent. May switch to Ivysaur soon, only because oh, that was a good call out, but wow. Oh, that doesn't kill Banjo, wow. That was a very poor recovery from SKiPS, and he doesn't even get heavily punished for it. He keeps his first stock. Zone with the shield pressuring on the platform above. And Zone quickly switching to Charizard, may go back to Squirtle soon. I think Zone wants... Maybe this is a matchup that Zone is not too familiar with, so he's trying to work out who's best to use. Zone could have possibly intercepted, but SKiPS again, utilizing Banjo's neutral B. Sorry, Banjo and Kazooie's neutral B, which is Kazooie's eggs. Used it at the right time. And Upside's just killing. SKiPS going, which is the down towards for Banjo. I'm not too sure if SKiPS has worked on using grenades to enable Banjo to recover very high, which is very good for either very low off-stage gimps or very high recoveries. Alright, had to burn a side B there just to make it back. That's one of the main things we'll see. We'll very likely see Banjo players use a lot in the future. Side B to recover to ledge. It can snap in some scenarios. I don't think it snaps all the time. And now SKiPS does not have side B anymore. I'll just call it the Kazooie charge. It just seems simpler. So with the quick switch. No, I thought that was back air. If it was back air, SKiPS would have been dead. After I've not even got a kill yet. Not too sure if Banjo is a heavyweight or not. Probably is. If so, then that would explain why he survived the down throw from Charizard. Oh no, that was not down throw, that was up throw. Pardon me. Zone is playing the matchup correctly. Seems to understand Banjo's weaknesses at some point, especially when SKiPS makes an obvious move in terms of recovery. Oh dear, he's still alive though, so it's okay. Oh, is he? No, he didn't lose his stock. But that was very well executed though on SKiPS' part, utilizing again Kazooie's eggs for gimping. Well, when in doubt, Flare Blitz away. And on that occasion, it helps Zone get away from SKiPS. Very good ledge pressuring from SKiPS. Trying his best to keep it up. That should be the stock. Nope, no up smash. Before the up smash will connect. I think the best way to land another hitbox when you ground your opponent from down throw is forward air. Oh, but that might be a true combo though at some percentages. My goodness, burning a side B as soon as Zone got back on stage and lost his intangible frames. Oh, he had him in a good spot there. Then unlucky he couldn't add more pressure in the air and try to send SKiPS off stage even more. And now both players just approaching, throwing out hitboxes in terms of approaching with anti-airs, hoping someone's going to make a careless mistake. But that was a bit careless from Zone, getting caught by the grenade, by Ledge. Good landing on the up air. So, first game going to Zone. Won the matchup fairly well. I think probably knows she can punish Banjo better. But again, it's still a new character though, so no one fully knows how to play Banjo to his most optimized playstyle. Neutral-wise, I believe. There's a four-way adapter. Yep. I mean, it is Crispies. Yeah, I know. Sucks. Yeah. No, I really hope the internet gets sorted here soon. Oh. Right. Sorry about the background discussion, guys. So we're back at the Banjo-Kazooie stage, but it's Final Destination. I'm not too sure if the decision was a mutual agreement or not. Either way, SKiPS starting off stronger now. Well, landed the weak version of the side B, so it's not going to be very strong. Oh, that was a beautiful attempted gimp, and it actually pulled off. And SKiPS is just taunting all over the place. He doesn't care how he plays or what he does. He's having fun with Banjo and Kazooie. That was a nice landing of that forward air. Gonna do a hefty amount of damage. Ooh, a bit risky there, but Zone did not punish him for it. Well, that was a poor recovery option. Just like that, SKiPS is a 2-stock advantage. This is probably an aspect of how Banjo plays that Zone is not familiar with. That could be a possibility. I mean, we saw him getting, oh, this could be it, you know. No, he couldn't do much other than the upbeat platform falling down just to catch Charizard, which is a good thing to intercept your opponent's recoveries from below the stage. Are you kidding me? He died. He got stage spiked by the grenade. That was a free stock. That was a free stock. What's that? What's that? That was between a minute or two, that match. Well, I don't know how SKiPS did it, but hey, he'll take it. Yeah, Pokemon stage, off stage. Problem is though, is that the Pokemon he was mainly Ivysaur that he lost his mid-air jump to and got gimped. So even though he can switch to Charizard, he's still too low to recover at that point. But there was like 2 occasions where SKiPS like just manages to land a projectile like Kazooie's egg or the grenade at just the right position to catch Zone and get this and take stocks of him. But anyway, we are now moving on to Pokemon Stadium, the first one, which is smaller than Pokemon Stadium 2. It's important to note. Be beneficial. SKiPS going in hard again with the aggressive approaches. I think I saw a grenade to forward there. Zone is SKiPS for the most part is trying to outpress to Zone with the short hop forward airs. Maybe just anti-airing for the purpose of making a very unsafe approach. So similarly trying to do something. Oh, this looks good. Oh, SKiPS did get the grenade, but it just did not explode at the right time. So he does know how to recover with Banjo utilizing the grenades on Banjo's up B, which I believe is called platform jump. Pardon me if it's not. Alright, good. Offstage pressuring from Zone. Oof. Okay, he probably didn't anticipate the side B coming out, but, you know, there's always a possibility. Oh, he jumped right into SKiPS when he blatantly used side B in neutral. But once again, I do believe this is down to matchup inexperience. Oh, this is good. Heavy punishes now coming up from Zone. Especially with down throw and vine whips or down throw up airs. Very fast damaging output combos for Ivysaur. No doubt Banjo has some as well. Down throw forward air is potentially a very strong combo. SKiPS managing to take a stock off Zone. Whether he can continue to add more pressure onto Zone on stage, we don't know, and that was a very poor side B. Oh, very beautiful punish on the side B. Starting to call out SKiPS, using it a lot. Very good neutral pressuring, especially with the combo play. He's got SKiPS in the advanced zone. He needs his grenade. He's not going to get it. That was a very effective counterplay, especially how Game 2 went overall. Very well done to Zone. Definite. Manages to keep Banjo in disadvantage as he's weak at what could be argued by his weakest aspect of his play, which is offstage play. I'm not saying it's bad, and he can recover very highly and such, but in that scenario, Zone did the right things to prevent Banjo from recovering. SKiPS couldn't really utilize the self-exploding grenade tactics to regain his up Bs. Smashville will be the choice for Game 4.
Start the battle. Pokemon Trainer pursuing.
It's good to see that Zone didn't lose his confidence, didn't felt the need to counterpick Palutena, despite what happened in Game 2, because, you know, you're going to get games like that where you can just go away like a blink of an eye. Game 3 again, SKiPS trying to keep Zone at bay using a grenade. It does explode fairly quickly though, so Banjo player wants to utilize it a lot in neutral. They have to grab it like as soon as possible it comes out. Like at that sort of angle, it can be difficult based on my experience to pick up the grenade as soon as you take it out. Good utilization of the eggs to safely recover. And now, well, he had the advantage there just momentarily. With how Zone took out SKiPS' second stocks with Squirtle, he may heavily rely on it now, which he is. SKiPS just making it back on stage. It was a good mix-up recovery, going low, because he saw Zone just using the wind box aspect of neutral bait. Yeah, neutral bait. Again, pardon me if I'm messing up the names of moves and such. Bit risky there for Zone to drop with no intangible frames back on ledge, but he's been awarded with a back air, so that will do. Don't think that's going to be a really good strategy-wise, throwing the grenade in the air, because again, it explodes very quickly. Best use of grenade, from what I understand, is using it to recover much higher for Banjo, and also a bit of pressuring a neutral play. Good punish on the get-up attack, and once again, Charizard just at the right percentages for that to be a kill. Very aggressive approach there with Squirtle's side B. So we're seeing some dash dancing now from Zone. Just trying to do somewhat funny things to throw off SKiPS. Best way to describe it. But he's very What happened? Squirtle just seemed to be not moving at all and just laying on his back. I don't know why that was the case. I just saw him charging forwards with side B, and next thing I know, Squirtle just wasn't moving. I'll have to look back and see what happened. And now, but anyway, the Ivysaur is out in play. Ivysaur is susceptible to GIMPs, as SKiPS demonstrated in Game 2. And I say Ivysaur because in Game 2 in particular, when Zone was gimped by Ivysaur, even though he switched to Charizard very quickly, he still couldn't make it back. So I think Ivysaur will struggle the most against Banjo in terms of our stage play and recovery. But I don't know. SKiPS has the advantage back again. Looking very strong. That was a good call out on the up B in the air. Now on that occasion we saw there the side B snapping on ledge, so it's not going to happen all the time that Banjo is going to snap to ledge from the side B. I think it really does depend on positioning overall for that move to snap on ledge. And so managing to take out SKiPS' second stock without taking any damage, that's very why did I lose my word? Anyway, that's very good from Zone's perspective, because it doesn't feel as much pressure as you probably would have. And oh, that was a very well-timed side B. Again, Zone is not anticipating coming in and out, so SKiPS can freely use it, really. Zone hasn't really punished his side Bs much, except for that flare blitz we saw in Game 2 or 3. A person wave. Oh, SKiPS. Oh, he brings out another one, but he burns 2 in the process. Doesn't matter, though. Or is it? He's still alive. I really thought he was dead. What? Really? The hitbox is still active? I've never seen that before. Well, looks like it does. It is still active. That was ridiculous. It was fairly... SKiPS was burning his side Bs fairly often in that particular situation, but, you know, the time he landed one on Zone, it was at the right moment.
Stop battle! Banjo Pokemon Trainer!
Okay, Game 5, same characters. Zone had the advantage of choosing the stage, since he lost Game 4. They're going to Yoshi's story. Smaller blast zones could be beneficial to Zone, but it can also be beneficial for SKiPS. I think there has been cases of matchup and experience, because this is a new character after all. That was very good, taking the grenade off of Banjo. Zone tried to take advantage with it, but SKiPS was quick to respond to that, so good job on him. Drop shield at the wrong time there. He's struggling to approach safely. I think he's trying to keep Banjo in the air as much as possible, but once again, Zone just doesn't seem to be anticipating the side B coming out. Or it could be down to SKiPS using them at the right time so that he can't be punished for them. Because again, he only got punished one time for using side B in neutral. Oh, he just makes it back. I thought he was gimped at just the right position to enable Zone to unable to recover even with the Charizard switch. Sorry, Pokemon switch to Charizard. Zone doing most of the hard work now in neutral, because SKiPS once again utilizing eggs and grenades to their full advantage. Keeping Zone at bay as well, making him think more about approaching. Which as a result, Zone has done less aggressive approaches. I do find it a bit concerning how many times Zone has been hit by the side B, because I think in some situations, okay, this is a new character, but I feel like there's some situations where he could have seen it coming and avoided it. But either way, Zone's still sticking around. Still playing with SKiPS as much as he can, as he takes the stock off him. Better not miss a grab in that situation. That nair is so good for Banjo. Acts similarly to Ivysaur and Piranha Plants. But I think it's mostly similar to Ivysaur. Oh, this is good ledge pressuring. Oh, so... But he probably did not anticipate it, though. I'm pretty sure SKiPS is using the side beam more because he knows he's not going to get punished from it, and he knows he can take stocks somewhat easily against Zone. Oh, just followed Zone there. That was good. Good. Good ledge drop off B from Zone. Was it ledge drop? Probably not. Anyway. Just threw the grenade away on time. So switching back to Ivysaur. Wow. Well, that was a very nice way to end the game. SKiPS moving on to Grand Finals. I don't know if he's been solo Banjo this entire event, but Banjo has been playing really well for him. Let's see if he can keep it up in Grand Finals.